Hey YouTube land, this is Tychondrus doing another toy review. Now this is for the Titans Return Voyager class Galvatron. Now I never picked this guy up initially, and it was through a friend on Facebook that I got this guy. A chap called Jonathan Hall. He sent me this version of Galvatron. Now I didn't get any box with him, and I didn't get the file card or the instruction sheet, so I'm just going to do him straight as is. So he comes with his headmaster, who is already on him at the moment, which is called Nucleon, if I recall. Basically the idea of his headmaster is he's a tiny version of Megatron, but he does have his little head gimmick, so bear with me a moment while I pop his head out and close up his chest. So here is Nucleon. As you can see, his head is sort of like a homage to Megatron, kind of a mixture of Megatron and Galvatron. And then if you flip him around in his little robot mode, he looks like a little miniature Megatron. Now I know the Takara version of the Titans Return Galvatron or Nucleon looked way more Megatronish, because they gave him some paint apps of blacks, and I think they gave him some red as well, make him look a bit more like Megatron. I think he had a slight, as far as I know, his front face was purple as well, or his headmaster face was purpled, had purple paint on him. I think they actually gave him a bit more paint apps on his face as well on the small version. But gimmick with him is he just plugs straight in onto the torso, and then you flip open this front panel and his Galvatron face flips up and covers the front as a mask. Now I know a lot of people don't like this, myself included. It does look like Megatron, but Galvatron. It just looks like Galvatron, but just looks like Galvatron wearing a crappy mask. And it affects the head, or not the head movement. Well, it does affect the main head movement, but it also affects the rotation. You can slightly rotate it left and right, but not great, and it takes away all the head movement that you have if the head doesn't have the mask on it. So you can get some great kind of poses out of him without that mask on, and you can actually get him looking in the direction he's firing with his cannon. But you can't do that when that face plate is on him. Now, transforming him, you have to take off the cannon, take off his headmaster, and I'll do cannon mode first. So if I remember how to do cannon mode, you have to flip up the arms, flip in the fists. The arms have little tabs up here on the shoulder that they plug into. Flip up these. Flip down the cannon mode treads. Then you need to move these legs up here, and then that is where it should be. You need to rotate around. You need to open up this, flip out this piece at the back, then rotate this around, fold that up. That closes up there. For the legs, you open up these, and then you flip them all the way around, and there's little pegs here that they peg onto. Now, they do have a tendency of popping off, so, and then you flip the kind of feet into here, and then you flip the legs into this, basically inside themselves. And when you have that done, you should be able to clip these together. Now it clips okay on this one. It's not the best hold. Just get it to line up. Hopefully I'm doing this on camera. I'm not even checking, so there we go. And you flip these down, flip this down. Does this move? I don't think this moves. I think this stays exactly as is. It becomes like a tripod part. And then for the cannon piece, you have to flip up this. You flip up this piece, and this part rotates down onto that, and then you can put him cannon into there. Let's just clip up onto that, and there he is in cannon mode. So he looks quite impressive in cannon mode. I really like it. It does remind me a lot of the old G1 style Galvatron, which is one of the reasons why I wanted this. There have been a few Galvatron figures throughout the years. There was the Beast Wars Galvatron, it was Beast Wars Neo. They did the closest kind of G1 style one they did was the one from it was the Transformers Energon, I think it was, or Cybertron. They did a Megatron repaint and did him up as Galvatron. Now what's interesting is he has these little pegs on the back of the cannon mode, and you can actually stand his little cannon, little buddy Nucleon on the cannon when he's firing. You can, if you want, put him into the cockpit for the plane mode, which I'll go into in a second. He does have a third mode because these Voyagers are triple changers, so you can put him in the cockpit of that. So let's transform him into jet mode. So these need to go up. If I recall, they go back into where they were for R mode. The cannons, or the tank treads, flip up. You have to unplug the cannon. This flips all the way around. This piece flips back on top of the existing wing piece. Do I have this the right way? Actually, I think, yeah, these go this way actually. So the tank treads are at the bottom. We're basically folding the legs back out and clipping them into, there's a peg here and a corresponding section here on the where the knee is, and they just clip into place like that. So you're basically just folding it out and clipping these onto this. Now I don't really do too many Transformers reviews, so if I miss steps or if I go too fast, it's try and forgive me for doing so. So you can transform his little body into robot mode again, so Nucleon can sit inside the cockpit in the jet mode or the fighter mode, and for the cannon you're basically transforming it back into the mode that it was for when it attaches to his arm, and that then there's a peg in underneath here that it pegs into. Just get it peg in. There we go. So it pegs in underneath, and he basically has a ginormous cannon in flight mode. Initially, when I first saw it, I wasn't too impressed with the flight mode. It has sort of grown on me since I've had this figure of all of 5 minutes. But I think what I like about the cannon, or the jet mode, is it reminds me a lot of the old Cybertronian kind of jets that the Seekers used to look like, with the kind of, it almost looks like it has the same kind of three-pronged design where they had like that weird curve that would go right down there, and it really looks like one of them. So it's not a bad design. So that is him in jet fighter mode. You can take the cannon off to make it a little bit less obscure looking. And other thing is, I think, if I'm correct, his cannon can also house the headmaster. So you can put the cannon into a weird little kind of another section where the headmaster can actually sit in his cannon. I'm not sure why or how it works or what it's supposed to be, but you can kind of sit him in it as a little weird cannon on a cannon. So you can potentially get another headmaster and put him into this, so you can have him sitting on Galvatron as an additional cannon on top of his existing cannon. So I'm just going to transform him quickly off screen back to robot mode, so bear with me when I do that, because I just want to bring in one other thing before I continue. So but all in all, he's a really cool transformer. I haven't collected Transformers for quite a while, so I'm a big fan of the old G1 style Transformers, which is one of the reasons why I like this guy so much, because he basically is the best probably option Hasbro will ever give us as a G1 Galvatron, unless they do something miraculous for the next couple of years and bring out an even better one. But for now, this guy is the best representation. You can get there's third-party people doing figures or options for the Headmaster unit, so you can actually get alternative Headmasters or alternative heads, additional things for the hands to give him, instead of having the cannon there the whole time, you'll swing it onto that so you can do a side mount on the cannon. But just for comparison, flip out his little silly head gimmick. There he is. There is Galvatron in robot mode, and I think this is the classics version of Galvatron they did a couple of years back. It's the only Galvatron I can find offhand at the moment, so here he is with a mini Galvatron. I'm pretty sure he's from the classics line. You can see he kind of has the same kind of head, very similar head, doesn't have light piping like this one does, but you see he has these big Galvat 25 on his cannon. He's a pain in the ass to transform, but he does have a cannon mode as well, but it's a really gimmicky looking cannon mode. But all in all, the Titans Return Voyager class Galvatron is a really cool looking figure. Do recommend picking him up if you can pick him up. He seems to be going for some silly prices at the moment on eBay and third market places, but he might come down again eventually. They might re-release them and reissue them. They in different, maybe even a different color scheme or slightly different color. I know Takara do their own version, and he has slightly different paint apps as well. So, do recommend picking him up if you can get him. He's pretty cool. One other thing is this thing tends to flip out on him. I'm not sure what that does, or if it's supposed to lock this piece into place or anything like that. But it does flip around as well. I'm not sure what that does. But there you go, guys. Just a quick video review for Titans Return Voyager class Megatron or Galvatron. There is a Megatron, which is a tank. I can really see them repainting it in the G2 green tank color. So there you go, guys. Just a quick video review for Galvatron, and I hope you liked it. As I say in my video reviews, if you like my videos, click like. If you want to subscribe to my channel, feel free to subscribe, and feel free to comment in the comment section below. Cheers, guys.